A very wonderful morning. Respected sir, ma'am. Myself, Rayyan Roshan Sulde, studying in 9th standard from Darman Abdullah Muqaddam English School in Mahan. And he is my co-partner Zaid Ahmad Khan. Now, I would like to introduce you to concept of our model which is based on subtopic Sustainable Development for Environmental Conservation, and my project topic is Production of Electricity with the help of seawater. Most of the earth water, 97%, is in the ocean. Seawater has unique properties. It is saline, its freezing point is slightly lower than the fresh water, its density is slightly higher, its electrical conductivity is much higher, and it is slightly basic. In chemistry, electrolysis is a method of separating bonded elements or compound by passing an electric current through them. The energy required the electrical current is applied between a pair of inert electrode immersed in a liquid, an ionic compound. In this case, salt is dissolved with an appropriate solvent such as water so that its ions are available in the liquid. The negatively charged electrode is called the anode, while the positively electrode is called the cathode. Each electrode attracts the ions which are of the opposite charge. Therefore, the positively charged ions called cations move toward the anode, while the negatively charged ions called anions move toward the cathode. The energy required to separate and gather them at the respective electrode is provided by an electrical power supply. At the probes, electrons are absorbed or released by the ions, forming a collection of desired element or compound. Faraday's law of electrolysis states that the mass of the substance of the electrode during electrolysis is proportional to the number of moles of electrons. The quantity of electricity is transferred to that electrode. Now I would like to show you the working of our model. We have developed a battery that takes advantage of difference in salinity between fresh water and seawater to produce electricity. Anywhere fresh water enters the sea, such as river mouth or estuaries, could be a very potential site for a power plant using such a battery. Actually, we have an infinite amount of seawater, but unfortunately, we don't have an infinite amount of fresh water. Now, my colleague Zaid Ahmad Khan will continue our explanation.
As an indicator of the battery's potential for producing power, we have calculated that if all the world rivers were put to use, their batteries could supply about 2 terawatts of electricity annually. That's roughly 13% of the world's current energy consumption. The battery itself is simple, consisting of two electrodes, one positive, one negative, immersed in the liquid containing electrically charged particles or ions. In water, the ions are sodium and chlorine, the components of ordinary table salt. Initially, the battery is filled with fresh water and a small electric current is applied to charge it up. The fresh water is then drained and replaced with the seawater. The process typically requires ions to move through a membrane to generate power. This method typically uses only one kind of ion, while this battery will use both sodium and as well as the chlorine ions to generate power. We have chosen here manganese dioxide for the cathode and metals such as lithium and copper for the anode, as is beneficial for our environment. The voltage really depends on the concentration of the sodium and chlorine ions you have. If you charge at low voltage in fresh water, then discharge it at high voltage in seawater. That means you gain energy. You get more energy what you put in. Once the discharge is completed, the seawater is drained and replaced with the fresh water. The cycle can begin again. The key thing is here that you need to exchange electrolyte, the liquid present in the battery. Hence, electricity can be generated from the seawater. I hope you like the concept of my model. Thanking you from the bottom of our heart for giving your precious time to us. Thank you.